There are lots of questions in this life, like what's next after this? Is this the whole? If something is waiting for us, is it similar to this one or is eternal? One of the biggest questions in this life is there for is an eternity? If so, how we should be living there? Will we die there again? What job will we do there? And so on. Let's start a journey on this planet to begin with any point. As we be going on a straight path, we have to eventually return to the same place where we started with. This is not surprising, but have we ever thought, why is this so? And what is the meaning of this? The meaning of returning to the place we started with is that the space here is limited, or this whole scheme is limited. So the next question is that if it is limited, can it contain unlimited? Obviously, a large container cannot be contained in a smaller container. This means everything this container, that is this planet, contains is limited. Common examples are like water, air, food. Similarly, life, happiness, sorrow, and so on. We often miss the point that that death is in this planet is also an event like life. If this life is limited, death in this planet is also limited, or for a limited amount of time. If so, there must be another life after this life. Is that life is also another like this or different? To understand that, we have to know what is death. To understand death, first we need to understand a near concept, that is sleep. Sleep is like death. During our sleep, our soul is taken out of the body. We are like dead. If we have not actually died, we eventually wake up. Before that, the soul is returned to our body. In the case of death, the soul is transported out of this limited world to the eternal world. We will come back on this concept of the eternal world. At this stage, it is sufficient to conclude, thus, this soul cannot travel back to the body because it has been taken to another dimension or world. Normally, as long as soul and body are in the same space, soul will always find its way to its body. This is the way we wake up from sleep without having lost our soul. We were talking about limited space. Let's explore more into this concept. Sun, moon, stars, other bodies in the galaxies are all behaviorally like this planet Earth. All are limited. Let's denote each of the limited spaces by LE for Earth, for example, or simply L1, then L2 for Moon, L3 for the Sun, and so on, L4, L5, dot dot dot, Ln. Mathematically, we can sum it all these L's. We get a big L. That is the big green ball on this white space. Since this big green ball is added up of all the limited spaces, this big green ball is also limited by itself. Then what is this white space outside this big limited? Since it is outside the limited, it must be unlimited. This is the eternity I was talking about. Like everything in this limited space is limited, anything in this unlimited or eternity is also unlimited. Our soul has been already transported to this eternity at the time of our death. So the soul has attained its eternity, only our body remained in the limited space to decay and be merged within the limited earth or space. At one point, the Creator will fold up the limited space and merge it with the eternity where our soul is already. Now that our body is also there, after the limited space has been merged with the eternity, the soul will reform the body or unite itself with the body and gain it back. Now that it has happened within the eternity, neither our soul nor our body will ever see its another demise. In other words, multiple incarnations or reincarnations do not happen. Resurrection is once and for all time. This world is like yin yang, that is consisting of good and also of evils. Good tries to give lights to the evils or limit it. In the same way, evils try to harm the goodness and limit it. There is a constant fighting between good and evil. This is one of the reasons neither good is everlasting here nor is the evil. To prevent the same thing happening in the eternity, there will be a filtering process to separate the evils from the good or good from the evils. This is called the day of judgment. On the day of judgment, the Creator will make the evils depart from the good ones. Also, the abode for the good and the evil will be separated. They will no longer share the common space to limit each other. Those are called heaven and hells. Heavens for the good ones, for eternal peace, may the Creator admit us. Hell for the evils, for eternal displeasure and discomfort. Remember, everything in this eternity is everlasting. May the Creator save us.